What's up, world? How y'all doing? How you doing? Today is a different type of commentary. The reason why is because it's different. It touches on scales that people don't even think about. It touches on the younger generation and the older generation. It touches on a lot of scales. You know, when somebody's doing something that affects other people, you have to ask yourself, why did they decide to do this? Or why would they hurt the mass majority just to wet their pockets with untold amounts of money? Now, I'm talking about black politicians. If you're a politician and you over a government and you see your people that working, a lot of folks fail to realize that a government can work without its leader. Because, see, in that government, you have different functions. That's just like a household. You have a father, you have a mother, then you have the children. But, see, before you have the father and mother, you got the grandparents, okay? That's just like a government. You got the head, which is the father. You got the workers, which is the mother. And then you got the people around that, which is the children, because they need guidance. If they don't have guidance, they'll just be getting a check for nothing if you ain't tell them what to do. But keep in mind that government is still gonna run, because see, it's some of those children that's gonna do what they're supposed to do. So by you knowing that, you have to address the situation accordingly. And what I mean by that is, like for instance, I'm riding down Belton Superhighway. I look to the left of me, I see the grass cut, everything trimmed up. I don't see an overgrown lot anywhere in Belton. I don't. So, but then as I continue to drive and I go down to Birmingham, I see this stuff everywhere. Now you gotta ask, why do I see this? Well, for one, you ain't got enough people to manage all Birmingham. You have what they call control zones. And what those control zones are areas that, due to the nature that's at hand, those areas are the ones that get most attention, because might be a friend or somebody that stay over there, or might be a council member or something that don't stay far from that, or got a cousin or a child or something that live over there. I mean, yeah, that's called favoritism. Don't get it wrong. Now, my thing is, if you run the government and you want to be in charge, the head man in charge, you got to understand that you need enough children to prune and beautify the whole sector of which you govern. Now, if you're going to be greedy and you feed mama all the time and forget to feed the children, you're going to have some insubordinates. Because they're going to feel like, why should I give my loyalty to you and you only give loyalty to yourself? Which is really what's wrong with the world. Now, this commentary ain't talking about nobody now, y'all. It ain't. So don't take it that way. I'm just giving you an example of what intelligent people that know how politics work goes. And this commentary ain't about politics. So don't get what I'm saying twisted. I'm saying this, I'm giving you a list of examples just to show you how people have turned themselves into demigods. And that's what I mean, demigods. See, when you give a person power over your life, notice I said give them, because you can. That's just like me. I was going to my job every day, word, oh Lord, is they ever going to put me back where I was set up to be? Is they going this, is they going that? And I thought about it. Ain't no sense of me worrying about it. Just go on in, do what I'm going to do, and continue to look for better, which was my plan 18 years ago when I started working there. Go there and look for better. But now that I'm up in age, it's kind of harder for an older person to find a job, because these people want new spry people, good back, good legs, can handle a little heat, a little weight. And I ain't gonna lie, they got a little overweight, life done kind of set in for me. And, due to all my skills, building computers, installing studio equipment, working on tires, brakes, changing oils, fixing plumbing. I mean, over the years, reading blueprints, building houses, I do a lot of work, y'all. I had to, because it was this thing coming in my life called child support. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. You can say what you want to say about child support. Child support made a man out of me, because when they gave a woman the power to take a man's income under the presumption it's for the care of your child, under the presumption, they allowed that to control a person's life. Because, see, the way my child support set up, no judge I went to see in Alabama gave a damn if I had a quarter to eat with. Now, you got to think about it. Now, it's against the law to work a man over 40 hours. Over 40 hours every 2 weeks. They can't force you to work 2 jobs. They can't. But the funny thing about it, it's not written in the law. But, well, the part of you had to have a second job ain't written in the law. But the crazy part about that is, based off of those 40 hours, those 80 hours, okay? If you get a second job, did you know that woman is entitled to some more money? Nobody gives a damn if daddy can feed himself. And I think that is one of the most dangerous scenarios and laws there is. I'm going to tell you why. Because depending on who that baby mom is, if she a reasonable woman and she's getting her due cut, I feel she should leave that man alone, let him live. Because, see, if she wants more, she needs to apply herself to do more, not to see how much more she can get from him, okay? Because I got one baby mama for some reason and think I'm sitting on a gold mine. But see, I'm like this, y'all. I don't believe in doing nothing illegal. But if you gonna starve me, you kind of forcing me to put the black mask on and do some illegal stuff, And now you gotta ask, who fault is this? Yeah, it's my fault, because I should have chose a better woman. Yeah, all right, I didn't got past that stage. Yeah, I should have chose a better woman to have a child with. But it comes down to humanity. I'm asking the people, think about it. You and another person share a human life together for 18 years. If you want to ensure that your check comes to you, why would you make a man go over and beyond his own calling? Because basically why I say that is this. Like at my job, I try my best to move up so I can have more. Because keep in mind, I got more than one child. But this particular baby mama said something to me that kind of struck a nerve. She told me that my children were none of my concern. The only one was concerned to her was our baby. So keep in mind, we talking about my youngest daughter. My older children were no concern of yours. Okay, that's what you told me. So I'm like, damn, you let me know you was in this relationship and you was fake as hell from the beginning. But see, that goes all the way back to what I was saying on other commentary. Why would you settle down with somebody just to use them? Like I said, women are used their body for some of the craziest reasons. And I have to fault the guys that fool with these women after the fact, once a man done pretty much warned them. You see what the motherfucker did to me, right? Alright, what you think she gonna do to you? Some people just selfish like that. They only see themselves. And I'm not the one to sit up here and point the finger at her. Because, yeah, it was my fault for choosing her. Alright, I'm past that point. But the reality is, for a human being to not care about other children that was there before a certain child, which you claim that you cared for at one time, I'm saying to myself, how can you just all of a sudden stop caring? If it was genuine, it's going to always float in the back of your mind. If it's genuine. And the world we live in today, I understand that a lot of stuff is not always as it should be. I do get that much. And then you got people that use one another just to get ahead. So, on that note, I'm putting this commentary together just to let people know. When you control people's happiness through laws, through situations, there's never a good outcome. It's not. That's just like me. I got beat up. Folks worried about the studio, the car I drive. I mean, the outside look great. I know it. I know it do. And I admit to that. I look in the mirror and say, yeah, the outside do look great. But you know, people never know that I don't have a home to stay in because of how the folks did me at my job. They'll never know I don't have a dime in my pocket. They don't know that I'm riding up and down the street off of somebody else because they actually, truly, genuinely love me. One thing about my wife, y'all, when I got with my wife, I told her, baby, I ain't got nothing. And she said, I'm not with you for material things. I'm like, wow. That's the first time somebody ever didn't really want nothing from me but love. And I knew I had plenty of that to give because all the other love I've given was slapped back in my face. So when you done went through a struggle, God has a way of showing you who's for you. And I ain't gonna lie, for a long time, I was emotionally detached from people because I'm tired of being disappointed. And, you know, it's a very true saying that if you want to be happy, you got to be able to make yourself happy. Now, I'm looking at my life trying to say, well, how can I make myself happy? I'm applying for jobs, trying to make more money so I can do more for my family. I get a block every time. It's like somebody is really putting a foot on my neck. I got all this know-how. I can't go no further than where I'm at my current job. Every time I move up, they go and get one of their homeboys to step in, and I get shot out that job. I'm like, man, I've been here 18 years. Some of them folks ain't been there that long and getting positions that don't know the job that I do every day. And I'm like, man, this got to stop. This is crazy. I'm used to the old term, work your way up. How can you work your way up when all the homeboys come and step in front of you that's cool with the boss? It's cruel, man, because I'm like, damn, I got a family. I honestly see how people go and get their guns and go shoot up these job establishments and stuff. I see how, because I used to wonder, what would make them go do such a thing when they could just go find another job? Sometimes it ain't that easy, y'all. I'm just being honest, because I really look for other jobs daily. I'm always online looking for another place to work because I know my job don't give a good damn about me, my family, and none of that. So I'm constantly looking for somewhere new to work, to apply, so that I can feed my family. But every time I do this, I get knocked down, or somebody beat me out, or somebody that knew somebody got the job for me. It's always something. So I'm like, damn, I can't win for losing. But then it dawned on me. Not too long ago, my baby mama told me, she said, I ain't took you back to court. I ain't went to file modified child support and that. I've been good to you. I let you get the baby when you want her. This, that. And I'm like, oh, okay. But at the same time, you also lied to get my baby. You went in that courtroom and lied on me. You know you lied because you knew you was going to get the advantage to get full. Well, you ain't got full custody. We still got joint custody. But you did all that to get that little chump change that you get. Which, in all reality, y'all, before I went to court, my check was zero. So when she went and filed that, all they did was take it away from a loan that I owe the city right now. So that loan ain't getting paid. So unless I make more money to compensate the money she actually getting, when I start making more money, guess what they're going to do? They're going to start taking that money out for the loan. So I'm behind already. I'm not in arrears with child support. Notice the child support is an obligation at my job. So they pays that. The other folks have to wait. So what can I do in the meantime? Can I work a second job? Nope. Because I work at an odd time. The time I have to be at work, nobody else was working. You see what I'm saying? The time slots ain't right. I can't work in the morning. I can't work at night. I'm stuck just at that job. So all I can do is try to move up at that job. That's my situation. Now I'm sharing a little bit about me with you all, just so y'all can understand the seriousness of the BS that a black man has to go through, dealing with an incomplacent woman, dealing with the homeboy buddy system, black ran government, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not racist at all. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, I ain't trying to dog nobody on how they do nothing. But I'm just being honest. I'm getting to where I don't really like working for black people. Because, see, they let the homeboys work there. You know, they'll beat you out. You be right here starving. I mean, really. I ain't trying to dog nobody, so don't take it like that. It's just that when you know it's a problem and you can sit down and talk to your boss about it, they laugh and joke and say it'll get better. Then you turn around and see your coworker that moved up before you, and you sitting there looking like, nigga, really? But, you know, it is what it is, y'all. But I'm just putting that out there because I used to wonder, how could somebody go in an office building and shoot and kill people and throw their life away? I see how, because at the end of the day, we living to die. If you gonna starve me, if I'm finna die early because this joker starving me, I can't get ahead, I'm already stuck where I'm at. I mean, man, that's messed up, man. I starting to see people are the cause of all the crime. They are. If everybody would do things fairly, I believe that the turnout would be by far greater. And that's the only reason why I'm putting this up here, to explain that I was wrong about something for once. I used to always wonder, how could somebody go in here and kill everybody? Why they can't just find another job? Some of these folks got too much time invested on job, and the joker come in and mess this man family up. Man lose his house, lose this. And then you wonder, what would, I see the folks on the news now, what would possess him to do such a thing? I see. I understand it now. I'm not saying that'll be me, but I'm just saying I see. And that's messed up. So this commentary was, y'all get y'all shit together, man. Ah,